Hello, everyone. My name is John, and before I say anything else, I want to ask you one question. When was the last time you walked into a room and felt like you truly belonged there? Not just physically present, but mentally, emotionally, professionally, fully there, owning the space, commanding respect, speaking with the kind of clarity that makes people stop and listen. For many of us, that moment feels rare. And if you've ever hesitated before a business meeting, stumbled over your words in English, or felt that wave of self-doubt right before you had to speak up, then this presentation is for you. Here is my promise to you today. By the time we finish, you will understand exactly why confidence in business English is not a talent you're born with. It is a skill you build, and I'm going to show you how. Let's start with the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Most people who struggle with business English don't struggle because they lack intelligence. They don't struggle because their grammar is wrong or because their vocabulary is small. They struggle because every time they open their mouth, there is a voice inside their head saying, "What if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me? What if I sound unprofessional?" That voice is the real enemy, not English, the fear around English. And here's what that fear does to you in the real world. You stay quiet in meetings, even when you have a brilliant idea. You let someone else take the credit because they spoke first and spoke louder. You write 3 drafts of an email, delete them all, and say nothing. You smile and nod when you didn't understand a single word. Sound familiar? This is the pain point that holds thousands of professionals back every single day. And the worst part, the longer you stay silent, the louder that inner voice becomes. It becomes a habit, a reflex, a ceiling that you stop even trying to break through. But here is where everything changes. The turning point is not about perfection. Let me repeat that. The turning point is not about perfection. It is about permission. Permission to be imperfect, permission to be in process, permission to practice out loud, in real situations, with real stakes. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is what happens when you act in spite of fear. And in business English, confidence comes from repetition, from exposure, from deliberately putting yourself in conversations that make you slightly uncomfortable and discovering that you survived, that you communicated, that people understood you. Every single time you do that, the voice gets quieter and your voice gets louder. Let me share a story with you. There was a Brazilian engineer named Marcos, a brilliant man, 10 years of technical experience, deep knowledge of his field. He got a dream opportunity, a role at an international company, meetings in English, presentations to global executives, and Marcos almost turned it down. Not because he wasn't qualified, not because he didn't know the content, but because when he imagined himself speaking English in that boardroom, he froze. He told himself, "My English isn't good enough yet. Maybe next year." But a mentor pushed him to take the role. And something interesting happened. In his first meeting, Marcos said very little. He listened, he observed, he took notes, and after the meeting, he went home and practiced the phrases he had heard. He recorded himself. He repeated those sentences until they felt natural in his mouth. In his second meeting, he asked one question, just one, but it was a clear, direct, well-structured question, and his manager looked at him and said, "Good point, Marcos." 2 words, good point, and something shifted inside him. By his 6th month, Marcos was leading client calls, not because his English became perfect, but because his confidence became real. He stopped waiting to be ready and started becoming ready by doing. That is your turning point too. So let me give you 3 clear steps that you can apply starting today. Step 1. Practice out loud every single day, not in your head. Out loud. The mouth needs muscle memory just like the body does. Find a script, a business dialogue, a presentation, and speak it out loud for 5 minutes a day. Record yourself, listen back, adjust, repeat. Your voice needs to get comfortable with the sounds of English confidence. Step 2. Learn phrases, not just words. Confidence in business. English comes from having the right phrase ready at the right moment. Phrases like, "Let me clarify what I mean," or "That's a great question and here's my perspective," or "I'd like to propose an alternative approach." These are power phrases. They buy you time. They signal professionalism, and they make you sound in control, even when you're still formulating your full thought. Step 3. Seek discomfort intentionally. Join a meeting where English is the primary language and contribute at least 1 sentence. Write that email you've been avoiding, introduce yourself to a colleague in English, volunteer to present, even if your voice shakes the first time. Because every uncomfortable moment you survive is a deposit into your confidence account. And that account grows with interest. Here is what I want you to hold on to as we close. Confidence is not something you find one day when you feel ready. Confidence is something you build, one conversation at a time, one phrase at a time, one courageous moment at a time. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need a flawless grammar record. You need the willingness to show up, to speak up, and to keep going even when it feels hard. The world doesn't reward the person who waited until they were perfect. The world rewards the person who started while they were still learning. That is the professional you are becoming, and that journey starts right now. If this message resonated with you today, I want you to do one thing. Subscribe to this channel, because every week we bring you practical tools, real strategies, and the kind of mindset work that transforms not just how you speak English, but how you show up in the world. Your confidence is not missing. It's waiting to be built. My name is John. Thank you for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.